Alright, welcome back. And today we will be figuring out the Chimera, Titus and Trials team. But before that can happen, we need to spend our daily live arena tokens. That should be reasonably fast. One big upside of the off-season live arena is that it is pretty much brain dead. I never get tough matchups, which is a mixed blessing, but for getting shit done in a hurry, well, yes, that's what we want. He is not going to pick Marie, is he? I was going for Odin should pick lately a lot. I lose out on Universal Speed Aura, but gives it them. Now I kind of have to ban Cavalax here, because if I don't, and he bans Galth here, Shu dies. On the other hand, Shu will be picked back up. Let's ban Crixie instead. I like my Odin alive, thank you very much. I still pick Shu Aura just because she applies to everyone. Shu will insta-die, but I expect my other people to have a go before him. Yeah, that was kind of expected. Now what we are going to do is to boost. We are going to pick Shu back up. We are going to strip the stone skins. And then, well, he has a turn, but he shouldn't be able to do much. Or I'm dead. If he is actually able to do anything, but no. Galthier cuts in. Dude, that was kinda dirty. Shouldn't be much of an issue, but I pretty much survived here just by the virtue of having vastly better gear. It would be kind of funny if I was going about mindless matchups and then lost my first battle. Thank God that didn't happen. Yeah, extremely fair matchups. Raid has to figure out its shit for it to be anything resembling fun for people off season. Can't wait for the friendly battles here. Well, this was fast. I have swapped my mirrors out of Reaper into Crushing Rend a while ago for some speed run, and was greedy in the gem department and haven't swapped him back. And surprisingly, Crushing Rend Marius slaps. Am I afraid of this Hegemon? He's not on trekking routes. I should be fine. Let's ban Noel instead. Noel is kinda notorious. She's usually built with a high resistance in Feral Stone Skin, and then she picks everything up, being the last person standing, and my team is frozen, and it's all around an unpleasant experience. Hegemon, well, he should not be killing anyone except Shu, and I can live with that. Though, in all honesty, in a more reasonable matchup, I would have lost here, just because most of reasonable commanders would be way faster than Gizmo or the horse, as would most reasonable Ermanzes. So I did something dumb, and I still won. That's how the off-season works. That's how off-season works as well. Level 85. That's interesting to see. The dude must have played quite a lot of Live Arena lately, if he is at 7600. Yeah, +2 Galt here and 6-star Shu. That's something people are worried about. I dislike Zeke here. I should be fine otherwise. I don't remember the buff counts. Oh, okay, it's just 3 buffs. But frankly, we don't need to do anything. Okay, that works for me. Let me take a screen of the first 5. And let's go for the 5 more. Like 5 fights in 6 minutes. That is definitely an upside of off-season Live Arena. I can live with that. Let's get rid of Nishak, just in case. I don't expect a lot of issues, but if Nishak gets a sudden turn, we might be in Oh, that is a fast Mikage, but that is also exactly 0 stone skins on people who matter. I would like to block active skills on them, but it's a weak hit land. Okay, strip the stone skin and landed both of my hits from the weak affinity and spread the stuff first try. This never happens in a in a more reasonable matchup. That only happens versus people who are much lower in rating. Oh well. I'm sorry, 5800 dude. That's how Plarium matchup work. Also weirdly, I get a lot of first picks today. Still first picking the horse, no reason not to. Not until I pull nice or something. Speaking of nice, hello there. Right. I don't want to pick Shu because she is tanky for support, but Nice will just obliterate her. Then again, Marie is kinda slowish these days. Well, Odin Shu. I still can pick Marie if I need to. Okay, I won't be able to. That's settled. I want a Carnage then, and I guess I'm going for... Camillus is no bueno because of 2 Force Affinities. Gizmak means that I will have to ban Marie, and if he pulls a Calvalax out his ass, I might be in a bit of a trouble. You know what, let's pick up more speed. I have 2 strips. What could possibly go wrong? Right. Taras to go with Marie. I'm leaving Marie on the table. This might be a mistake, but I dislike him having a flag more, and I might be able to... Well, fuck you too, guy. Okay. So let's see what we can strip. Surprisingly, we can strip a lot. That means that we can buff. That's a 10k S nice. Fuck, man. Okay, let's bonk nice. He swaps. The horse should be able to kill them both. Yes, thank you. And now Galathir has a choice of revive versus doing something else. Yeah, of course he revives. Do we strip? Oh, fuck you, dude. Okay, instant turn horse. That's Taras going down. I don't have block damage on... Okay. Now he kills most of my champs, yeah. Okay, fair enough. And that's a loss. Killed by an ace again. Mismanaged the revive and Nice killed me. That happens. Oh, big guns. Big guns there. Okay, I want Marie and I want some. No, I wouldn't have 3 DPS if I grab speed. Okay. My burns are better than your burns, guy. And you know what? You do not have burns. Fair enough. Who cares about these dudes? Yeah, that was a very slow arbiter. My god here is not quite 400. Calm down, biohack. So I expect him to ban Galathir and try to... Okay, you know what? Let's do this. I'll be safe in banning Calax. He banned Shu, so he's going to be faster. I expect to be locked out by Alice. But none of that matters for Commodus. Oh wait, please disregard me. Well, weak hits. Weak hits is a problem. Weak hits is a big issue, but he decided to swap. That was kind of optimistic of him. Kaya cleanses. He will stun the horse. Yeah, he will stun the horse. So I'm in a spot of trouble here. Let's see how it goes. Okay, my Wonders mission doesn't work, but then horse retaliates and floors them. I kind of feel this was again a case of doing dumb stuff but still winning because of overwhelmingly better gear, which happens. Okay, let's fight and then we can go and learn the Titus team. Sulfuran, I better grab Gizmo. better grab Gizmo, because Sulfuran plus Gizmo is a insta-turn metafuel. Quite unpleasant to deal with. I'd love to pull a Sulfuran myself. Alas, the hell is the idea here? I am not sure. Let's dispose of Krixia just in case. He banned Shu, everything else is in stone skin, so our mans can only do so much. Hello, sir. All the stone skins are intact. Okay, fair enough. Oh, that's unpleasant. That's unpleasant. But now let me introduce you to a revive, and Armance is going to steal the turn. Wait, he also kills the Galatia. Okay, that's fucked up. But fortunately for me and unfortunately for him, Gizmak ignores block damage when the burn is out. That's a lot of weak hits. Yeah, again, this looked like a case of better gear saving me from trouble. Alright. Now that is out of the way, let's get to Chimera. So the idea is a feral team. We have Titus and Wixwell as a backbone. We have Feral helping us with the resistance requirements, because outside of Feral it's 600 resistance on everyone. That's not gonna happen. I'm losing like 40% of damage from Titus if I build 600 resist. Lydia is there mostly for fears. Well, she also provides decreased defense. We can block buffs and block active skills, but that is secondary to the fears, which are first of all allowing us to bonk the ram while he's in his well, he reflects the damage. He won't if he is true feared, and also the fear trial gates the red materials dissertation. So we will be going for trial number 1, red mats. Depleting the dual bar is like one Titus hit. We just need to do the first part of the trial on the first round rotation, and then RNG our Lydia A1 fear into true fear because of the blessing. I have 3-star, that's 30% chance. That's not very good, but that's the best we can get right now. We will also be going for the second trial chain. That should be reasonably straightforward. Again, it's fear upgraded to true fear RNG. If it works, we are happy. If it doesn't, we are fucked more or less, but we'll see about that later. And the last bit of trial that we are going to be looking at is the lion form trial number 1. We have an enormous shield. We hopefully we'll get this for free. We have increased defense from Wixwell. Single skill is free thing, so yeah. What else is there? There is damage, underblock buffs, and HP burn, but we don't have burns in this team. If I ever decide I'm crazy and swap Feral out for our base, this will be doable, but I need like 250 extra resistance on everyone to do this, and I'm not doing that's going to happen anytime soon. Okay, let's check the builds. I think we might have to rebuild some of them. So Titus is getting the same build. He gets 340 resist. That's good enough under Feral's aura and increased resistance buff. He gets close to 400 crit damage. Again, good enough. He will be getting the Lion's Mark as well due to his huge defense, but he and everyone else except Feral will be under Whale, so Lion will be hitting Feral, and also Lion won't be ignoring shields because of not hitting target on the mark, so that's a big plus for us. That's Titus. Mikage. Mikage I have geared correctly. She's tanky, she's fast, she has enough resistance and accuracy. I'm trying Merciless and double impulse build this time. Last time it was a slower reflex plus Merciless build. It was like 4 the speed slower. So this I expect to work better. Word is Mikage is perfectly fine to run from under her buffs, which is why I put the Perch Shadow back. More extra turns means more extends for the whole family, and if Mikage runs from out of the big shields, who cares? She is pretty tanky, she has her own micro shield on A1 if she gets hit, and well, we might need later respec her into Life Drinker for that additional bit of security, but I hope it won't come to this. Okay, next is Lydia. Lydia is in shield. Lydia is reasonably fast, a bit slower than Mikage. Lydia might run from under the buffs as well, because the second extender Wixpel is going to be slower, but as far as I am led to understand, that's not an issue at all. She has a 320 resistance that might be a bit low. Let's double check that everything is glyphed, which some things aren't. I'm mostly interested in... Okay, this is good, this is good to go, this is good. Well, almost everything is glyphed, which means we won't be getting a lot of additional resistance. That's a bummer. A beautiful quad accuracy amulet. Okay, let's try to swap this Ascension. If we hit resistance, we are happy. If we don't hit resistance, well. a couple more tries, and we are leaving it as is after that. Okay, I'm leaving it as is. It doesn't deserve that much of chaos dust. I don't have a lot. Yeah, it's triple speed, but it's toxic. Who cares? So that's Lydia. What about this one? That's triple speed burner, but it's a regular one. Yeah, I'm not touching this reroll. 330 should be enough anyway. We get Fearless Aura, we got passive, we got increased resistance. That should be fine. Okay. Now what we need to check is Wixwell and Feral. Wixwell is in a reflex. Yeah, he's still geared the same way he was during the last attempt. He has enough resistance, enough accuracy. He's kinda slow, but that is fine for him. I'm not really keen on improving his speed in Reflex and Merciless. Not sure if I have enough good impulse to get him out in impulse as well as Mikage. And the last one is Feral. Sadly, I am not going to be using the Feral kit because I can't hit the stat requirements for Feral. He's quite significantly tankier in a protection build. We lose on like 5% damage, which is regrettable, but I'm not equipped to care right now. What I would like to do before we try this run is to find him a little bit slower build. I would like him to be a few speeds slower, so that he's slower than both Wixwell and Mikage, and thus he has zero chance to run from out of the buffs. Otherwise we kinda sorta might have an issue. If he runs from out of the big shield, it's game over. The next run or the next lion will fuck him up. Okay, so Feral optimization speed 310. We are fine with everything else, and we want 9-piece protection. Get us something good, please. Okay. Let's drop this preset as well. So what we are getting is 306. We are getting a bit less resistance than advertised, but that isn't an issue when he carries the necessary amount of buffs. So let's make a note of who I'm stealing gear from. And we can start. So Tudor, the Sunrum, second feral. Yeah, that's it. And he still has an extremely low crit damage, which is good for us. Do I have any glyph space here? No. I guess this one gets a little bit of a push. I don't really care about speed right now. He is 300 speed, that's good enough for us. Okay, oh, beautiful thing. Yeah. Alright, 308, that should be good enough. Now, if this is to be believed, I'm pretty sad that makes sense. Now, the two challenges that I had when I ran this team for the first time a few days ago were, first, I had Feral a bit faster than other supports and he ran from under shields and I got wrecked. That was a bummer. And second, I had a huge issue with swapping Mikage to provide increased accuracy. So I think we don't have an option of leaving the swap on for an auto battle to handle. We will have to go auto battle, no Mikage swaps. We also obviously don't have a luxury of allowing Titus to use his big bonk on auto. But if we are sufficiently lucky, during the first few turns we get enough extra shield duration on Feral and Titus that Mikage can quickly swap forms, get increased accuracy out, get it extended sufficiently, swap back while still carrying increased accuracy, and then we are ready for putting debuffs on Rem. That's the theory. I have no idea what will happen in practice. Let's see. That's 10 buffs on... Oh, fuck me. That's 10 buffs on Lydia, which means that we won't be able to increase accuracy Lydia. That's not good. Let's disable weak swells. Let's disable Wixfield's thing. On ultimate form at least. He obviously needs it once, but then he can stay out of it. That's kind of a bummer. Being limited to 10 buffs only. I kinda need all of those and would like to get more. Good. Note how Chimera just have 3% Lydia. That's not very good, but as long as it is Lydia and not anyone important, we don't care. How... Yeah, it's fine. Let's swap Mikage. Increase accuracy. Conserve our stuff. Extend. And now we need a couple of weak swell cooldown reduction procs. Is that happening? No, that isn't happening. Shit. If that isn't happening, we are going to have to retry. Oh, yes. Because otherwise we wouldn't be able to swap Mikage back. And while still preserving increased accuracy. Then again, do we need increased accuracy on Mikage? No, we don't. So that's kind of a moot point. I would love to... Wait a second. Where the fuck is my increased accuracy on Feral? That's not very good. This is not very good either, because we have just spent our extend. Oh, right, intercept. Thank God we have intercept. Good, we have intercept on most of around. Yeah, that's decreased speed, and that's one debuff. Let's throw another fear on. Chimera 8 the fear, which well, that happens. Decrease defense and weaken, that's done. Decrease attack as well. Wait, weak spell hadn't increased accuracy. What the actual fuck? Okay, that's 5, but Feral didn't have increased accuracy and Wixfield didn't have increased accuracy as well. That trial is fucked. Retry! You know what? It looks like Mikage doesn't get to use her ally attack in the ultimate form. So that we don't clog the valuable buff space with her increased attack and increased crit damage. We need increased accuracy. Extend. Thank you. Ooh. Yeah, I want one more extend before I swap forms. That's going to be, yeah, intercept on Lydia. That's a good idea. Extend. One more extend. Thank you very much. Am I a greedy shit or am I going for increased accuracy? Increased accuracy is important. Let's get increased accuracy, please. So that sounds an awful lot like 3% remove increase accuracy to me, which isn't fair. Fuck you, Ram. Increase accuracy, there we go. Extend. But we don't really care about extend, which is good. And what isn't good is no burst shadow procs while we are here. Decrease cooldown, that's nice. Yeah, may we have a burst shadow proc, please? No. No. Extend. Boom. Will increase resistance, and now we can swap back and extend. Good. What the actual fuck, man? So Feral had like 8 buffs, right? Am I just confused? Does Chimera ignore the resistance on her big hit in the ramp form? What's going on there? I spy with my little eye 3% on Mikage that has already happened. Now, can we please consider that 3% of the day and do not wait. Where's Firal's increased defense? What in the fuck, man? Okay, can we not have 3% anymore, please, for the rest of the run? That would be amazing. Extend is good. Per shadow proc would be nice. Per shadow proc, please. No, fuck you. Not a wheel. No, please, we don't care about. So swap. Okay, what the fuck is going on there? Feral has resisted a bunch of shit right now. We even have seen a bunch of resisted floating words going up, right? Is this ignoring the resistance? I have no idea. What in the fuck? Okay, that tells me the following important thing. I have to swap Mikage forms after we get to Rem. Which means that the we will have easier time getting its full auto on the ultimate form. I'm being told in the clan chat that Rem does not, in fact, increase resistance, ignore resistance, which makes it all the more weird. Oh well. How are we doing on the buff durations? We are good. There you fucking go. Four, four, four. Fuck you, RAM. That means what exactly? How are we going for durations? Mikage will run from under shield anyway. So we want increased def and second shield for Feral. Now Mikage swaps. Mikage. What the fuck did you... Okay, that might have been just the duration. That might have been just the duration. That's not a biggie. But we sure want to extend right now. Yeah, Mikage got absolutely clobbered here. Because she does not have the 4 buffs. That means set times. Chimera only has fear, so we can use big bonk. Okay, that's the first trial done. Fucking finally. Now, can we please get a couple of burst shadow procs so we can get back? Is it? Yeah, that's just fear. Okay, who cares? Feral lost the shield. Fuck you. We still want to increase accuracy just because that's more buffs, and more buffs is good. Feral survived the bonk. That's very good for us. We want to increase defense and everything. We can finally swap forms. We can go and try for fear. Oh shit. Titus lost his shield. How did that happen? Okay. Go again. Kinda confused here by the RAM strips. What the fuck is going on there? So Feral had 6 buffs. Count 2 of them were shields. So it would be fair if the shields got stripped. Still, with the 4 remaining buffs... Wait a second. Wait a fucking second. No, okay, that... yeah, raid optimizer lies to me. Fuel is fine, he is geared. Okay. Okay, so he is geared. 700 something effective resistance. He retains 4 buffs. What the actual fuck? He did not resist a couple of those. Well, he doesn't resist shit when he's stripped. So this kind of looks to me like the buff removal can be resisted. That's not what I experienced while running last time, or maybe I just haven't noticed it. That's not what is written in the skill description either. What the fuck? Okay, this is kind of sad. Can we still survive this shit? So what we need is increased accuracy and a bit of... Oh, that's true fear. Thank you. We can free fear... Well, we can't. Not yet. Fuck me. Not yet. But that was still a hearty bunk. That was still a hearty bunk. We hope to do 1 or 2 more like that. That's 5 debuffs. That's an extend. Can I get the Burst Shadow proc, please? No? No. Decrease defense and weaken. That's the debuffs done. Who gets the intercept? Lydia gets the intercept. And we all get to swap forms. And I guess I need increased crit damage here. Fear only, not true fear, and that's a bit of a bummer. That's still just fear, not true fear. If we don't get a true fear proc, we are mildly boned. still just... and the Feral is dead. And all of that happens because he gets stripped without resisting shit. Do I need to throw more resistant Feral? Just so he can resist stuff without his passive, just by the virtue of his resist. Okay, we have 389. It kinda should be enough with increased resist, which is occasionally protected. So let's give it a few more tries. At least the tries are fast. Yeah, that's protected, increased resist. Good. Let's give it a few more tries and see how it goes. Oh, hi there, Ace. So welcome to this RNG fest, or maybe me not understanding the mechanics, or maybe it's just a 3% land. Okay, I got 3% on shield and the Feral dies instantly. Fuck you, Ram. Increased resistance is protected, that's good. Yeah, if this doesn't work out a few more times, what we will have to do is to rebuild Feral with more natural resistance. I don't like that, but it might be what he needs. Boom. Oh, would you look at that? This means that we had 3% on the Ram bunk like 6 times in a row. Fuck you, Ram. That's not true fear, right? Yeah, that's just fear, so we can only do this. We can extend. We can throw on some debuffs. Oh, I swear to God, it's the first time per Shadow Prox on Mikage this run, this whole session. What's going on there? Okay, decrease defense and weaken. That's the trial done. We can swap out of it. How are we doing on buff durations? We are... Wait, what's going on? What is going on? Ah, shit. And that's 10% battery in my headset. So we might need to stop this earlier. Anyways. We are doing very bad duration-wise on feral buffs, and we need to keep those, so extend. And one more extend. And can we please have proper fear? No, sadly. Now we can have a bunk. True fear, please. Extend. One more extend. True fear, please. Chimera will probably take a turn before. Yeah, a bunch of resists, and we still lose the buffs. Like, what the fuck? Oh, fuck me. When did that happen? Titus lost his shield. Have I just A1 myself from under it? Okay, that's a retry. I think we still have a couple of tries left in my headset, and if that doesn't get us anywhere, we'll have to call today anyway. Fuck you, Chimera. What even is going on there? Like, what is this RNG fest? It wasn't happening a few days ago. What the fuck? I literally am having like 10 times the 3% issues I had. Maybe I should conserve my skills a little bit better. Please observe how he gets resisted, displayed a bunch of times, and still loses his buffs. What the actual fuck, game? Okay, that's the passive triggered. Let's change the forms, increase accuracy. That was painful as fuck. That might be a part of my issues, at least where Titus is concerned. I got clobbered pretty hard right there. Oh, ally protection. I cannot afford. Yeah, right. What the hell? That explains my Titus difficulties. That doesn't explain my feral difficulties. Not at all. But the RNG is horrible right now. Okay, what we have learned is that we need to Lydia A1 first. What we have also learned is that we ideally would be throwing increased accuracy before REM starts. A3 Titus, you mean? A3 Titus is nice and everything in terms of not hitting the Chimera and not getting reflect back, but what I'm worried about is that A3 Titus puts out ally protect. That is an invitation to lose a lot of shield. Like, it can be worse than what we had right now, but I'm not sure it will help. Yeah, again, Feral has resisted a bunch of stuff and still lost his buffs. Like, what the fuck, player? Get a shit together, please. Yeah, I still need to swap forms. Okay. That was fucking painful. That was fucking painful. Okay, that's just depressing right now. Let's... A3 on himself, how does that work? He still throws out... Right, he doesn't throw out protection. He boosts his turn meter a lot though, but we probably don't care. Okay, fair point. Let's try that. What I also wanted to try is to see what happens if we just ignore the increased accuracy part. I mean, that's trials. Trials are important, but in my previous experimentation, this team went where it did on full auto without any human intervention. So maybe we can disregard the trials and get somewhere. Not sure. We will check that. But at first, yeah, fuck you, RAM, basically. At first, one last attempt to increase accuracy. We still want fierce. Extends, etc. Everything is resisted. Good. Decrease attack is there. Very nice. Let's throw 2 more. Now Ace recommends A3 on himself. TM feel doesn't sound good to me, but it saves us from the leading to bunk, basically. Okay, we got that specific trial. Sadly, yeah, we still need to hit it. We will get the full amount back. I should have protected Mikage. That's through fear that we have wasted. Well, shit. And I can't even swap forms. What the fuck? Oh man. Okay. Fury. Like, bro. Okay, extend again. Can we please? Okay, that's fear and yeah, Chimera got away. So we are kind of screwed anyway. Okay. Let's see where does it get on full auto. While it happens, I'll try to get a few electrons in my headset. Right, if we are doing full auto, I need to adjust preset a little bit. I need to... First, I need to allow Mikage to ally attack on everyone. Yeah, swaps are forbidden. Titus doesn't do anything on Rem. And Wixwell is allowed to use his A3 as well, as we are not requiring any buff space. Okay, full auto Chimera go. This leaves the RAM trials on the table, so it's vastly suboptimal. What I want to see is basically if it works. If it does, we are mildly reassured that this approach overall doesn't suck. Right now, I'm kinda demoralized by this, by the RAM stealing all the buffs. Okay. One possible downside of this auto preset would be Titus getting a little bit too trigger happy on ally attacks. Okay. Please note how Feral lost his shit. But on the other hand, he now lost his second shield, but he at least has one shield available. That's neat. What I also don't remember is where Lydia is in relation to Titus in the team order. Lydia should be earlier, so that Mikage ally attack throws Lydia in before Titus, and therefore Titus Bonk reflects at most 10% of damage as opposed to full 25. Oh wow, True Fear, RNG, yay. Too bad we are on full auto and won't be able to use that. But also, yeah, Feral got really... Wait, what the actual fuck? Titus, hello? How the fuck did that happen? Okay. Yeah, Lydia is before Titus in the team order, so we should be fine. Yeah, let's quickly double check that this is indeed the case. So Feral, then yeah, this slot is earlier than this slot. Cool. Fuck you, Ram. What can I say? This team a few days ago had way less difficulties, and I have no idea what's going on there with the... Okay, yeah, that's extend duration. Cool. Trying to pay attention to Feral's buff count right now. And also it might so happen that auxiliary buffs like intercept or shields do not count as buffs for the purpose of his passive or something, because as you've seen, he always loses increased defense, strengthen, and increased speed, but he never loses intercept or shields if the hit wasn't too hard. kind of sus to me. Yeah, again, it lost all the buffs except the shields and intercept. Not very... Not very good. Yeah, I cheated a bit there. I took it off auto. That's not very fair to Chimera, but I don't care. Yeah, a bunch of resists and the buff went out. That's... bro... Okay, worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, what we do is throw out the idea of getting any trials whatsoever. Get Androk in, probably instead of Mikage, and with Androk we do a tiny bit more turns. Or maybe even throw Lydia out as well for Senna. And between Androk and Senna we are going to be zooming. Okay, what I don't like is that Titus has lost his second shield somewhere, so he only rocks one shield right now. That is kind of bad for our overall performance. I hate the fucking 3%. We can also note that Feral has lost... well, Feral has lost the shield a while ago. Let's hope it's not an issue for the future Rem encounter. Shouldn't... wait, has he... yeah, fair, that's just Lion hitting hard. Not anything special. But Wixwell has lost his shield as well. What the fuck is going on there? Yeah, well, fair point. My initial assumption going into this was that if I can do 15 trials with the Titus team, getting 12 materials on this rotation, this is not that much worse than a proper trials team, which will only get you 15 mats. Right? I'm only leaving 3 materials on the table by choosing Titus over a regular final Galateer nonsense. And with the understanding that I'm only leaving 3 materials on the table, a hybrid Titus team that will only do maybe 1 billion damage is pretty nice. But unfortunately, unlike a few days ago, this team gets absolutely wrecked by RAM. So RAM trials are out. Which means that this run is in fact looking like shit because it failed at the stated goal of doing RAM. And if we are not in fact doing RAM, might as well go Androxena and leave the damage cap in the dust. The only part I'm mildly unsure about is the Lion for an Androxena comp, but that is only an issue for if I don't bring Feral, and I probably will bring Feral. I don't care enough to bring Yumiko instead or something. Yeah, I mean, this run looks like it will at least go to max turns if nothing else breaks. I'll grant that. That isn't bad, but it falls significantly short of its stated goal. Yeah, right. That's about what is going to happen here, right? I thought I could do 12 mats, but I won't be able to, which means that I'm doing less. But I'm not going to save this kind of key if I'm not doing 12 mats. I'll swap the team. I'll swap it out for more damage, basically. Because right now, 7 trials, what do we have? We have Lion 2 fully done, which doesn't have red mats yet. We have Lion 2, Lion 1 somewhat done, and that by the way doesn't fill me with confidence. We had shields on everyone, we have only done 1/3 of the trial. What the fuck? And well, the less said about RAM the better. RAM is fucked. We don't get to do anything on RAM. Okay, so we lost one of the shields on Titus, so it's a rerun anyway, but otherwise, this far, it looks kinda not bad. Feral losing his buffs on RAM did not significantly impact the run. I like that. Feral is also kinda low on health, so ideally... Oh, he survived that. Wow. Wow. Okay, Feral needs War Master and Life Drinker for sure. Maybe Mikage too. This is fucking wild. I was expecting Feral to die right there. How? How did he survive? That was a sliver of HP. I mean, not looking the gift horse in the mouth and everything, but that should have been game over. Also, fuck you, Ram. Stop stripping me unconditionally. Shit is crazy. Yeah, right now Feral is basically only GG. Yeah, it was going to be a rerun. It is a rerun. So what we see here is that thanks to Ram being an ass, we are not very happy with the performance. Okay, let's regroup, of course. Yeah, our base leech might be nice, but who do I swap out for a base? The only... I would not want to swap out Mikage if we are going for trials, right? Because Mikage gets us increased crit rate, which gates RAM trial number 2. I wouldn't swap out Lydia, because Lydia brings fears for RAM trials as well. Yeah, well, ideally, we all have seen how it goes. We all seen how it goes. Do I throw out Feral and go for 600 resist? I don't think so. Okay, there's another thing that I might try before we give up on this approach altogether. There's another thing that we might try. What we might try is to get Feral full 600 resist, just to see that we are not crazy, and even in proper 600 resist, Ram strips Feral in full. I have no idea if the build is possible for me, but we can try. So I'm asking for 600 resist on Feral, and that... yeah, I'm allowing to grab every protection item that I have, and I can't do it. Fuck you. If I slow down Feral a little bit, can it be done? No, still no. 600 is straight out. What about 540? Because we have error. That should be kind of doable. Right. So we lose a bit of HP. We lose a bit of HP. We lose a bit of speed. And we are 540 in this build. Let me make a note of who am I stealing gear from. And we'll go test it. UDK, Sifi, Duchess. Okay. Okay, let's fix the previous builds first. Right, good. Are you kidding me? Okay, do we have someone to mule stuff on in here? Or maybe no. Okay, you are the designated mule today, and you get something stupid and unnecessary and everything. Good. That should be more gear space. Now, can we please put it on? Yes, yes we can. Good. Do I get to glyph something up? The emerald is good. Yeah, this is alright. The chest. Chest gets a bit of speed. Chest gets a bit of HP. Quad HP chest, that's... Fuck your energy. Wasn't I... Ah, right, that's post rework. I don't get to order this again, sadly. This stuff gets a bit of speed. Reduced. Okay, so we are 540 resist together with the Fearless Aura, which is 60 L resistance in all battles. That should be enough resistance to survive Ram Strip without anything in addition. So I don't care about increased resist anymore. I don't care about Fearless passive anymore for Fearless specifically. Let's see if we are fucked. The fuck is going on there? What I am mildly miffed about is that Feral, while being the slowest support, has still managed to run from under a couple of buffs right now. That is not very good. But let's hope he doesn't do it again. Okay, the moment of truth. Fuck you, Ram. As you might have seen, Ram strips ignoring my resistance. He had well over 1k together with everything. We are still sticking with this run just for shits and giggles to see that if Titus doesn't lose his shield, he is good. but this run is basically dead in the water. I mean, this whole concept is dead in the water by the virtue of ram stripping everything. Outside of that, by the way, it kinda looks more smooth than the previous run. Firo retained shield better. He still has both of the shields and they are growing nicely. And he even doesn't... Wait. Yeah, he we are kind of at risk of running from under the buffs by Feral. That is mildly concerning, but not too bad. Not too bad, I think. Yeah, this doesn't look very good for Feral specifically, because he still runs from under the buffs. I am not swapping with Mikage. I am getting as many skill cooldown resets as I can on Wixwell and Mikage by the virtue of their merciless and everything. Still, Feral barely clings to his buffs, and just now he has ran from under his shield. That is a kind of a WTF moment. The good part is that Titus has a reasonable amount of shield himself and hits for 50 million. That is nice. But holy shit, Feral is boned right now. Yeah, I ran from under shields and now he's fucked. Maybe just... yeah, I don't think he will survive this experience because he has no healing whatsoever, which is bad for the run. But since we are shelving the concept anyway, kinda hard to ignore ram stripping everything unconditionally. This might be good. Let me see. Ooh. Okay. What I should probably do. Right now, Feral carries Bulwark Mastery, which pulls 5% of the team's damage to him. That's... I mean, he also carries other important masteries from the defense tree, but for Chimera specifically, what we need is War Master and Life Drinker. So we should probably be respecting. And since he right now carries Bulwark and not the Resistance Mastery, it kinda is a free respec. So what I'm thinking is, first, if we provide the life drinker, Feral stays reasonably alive. Second, if we have good extend RNG, Feral doesn't even run from under his shields. And third, if we learn how to manage Ram, given that Ram strips unconditionally now, we might be able to salvage this. Yeah, I am talking and I am not believing myself here either. Let's see how this auto run goes. Wait, was the Titus A1 block active skills? Okay, so War Master plus Life Drinker and respect Mikage while we are at it, probably there too. Just because they all could use a spot of healing. I mean, they are kinda hanging in there. With shields and everything. Okay, so what might happen is Ram swaps and Rex Feral again. Let's see if that is indeed the case. Yeah, insta-kill. Fuck you, Ram. Holy shit. Yeah, but this was purely Feral running from under his shield situation. Okay. We learned here that having 600 resistance on his own doesn't help. Which means that we are probably fine to swap to our previous build. What? Or maybe we can even slow it down even further. I'm not sure. So if we drop a bit of resist, we get 400 defense. Yeah, I know what, it's not even worth it swapping back. Who cares? What we definitely want to have is to swap to War Master and Life Drinker. That oh, reset for free. Nice. I'll be doing just that. Crit rate, crit damage. Life Drinker. War Master. Good. And now we want to grab the support tree. The usual stuff. Turn meter. Do we care about turn meter here? Yeah, we do not want the buff expiration turn meter. Ideally. Okay, Master Hexer that we want. Cycle of Magic, yes please. Lasting Gifts. Sure. And the rest is kind of iffy. I had Arcane Celerity previously. That shouldn't be this much of an issue, to be honest. That only happens on Chimera form swap. And that's not a lot of turn meter, not a lot of chances either. Now let's leave it as is. We definitely don't want rapid response because that's going to speed up Feral quite a bit. Not our cup of tea. So yeah, the stats are still there, and we still have Orb of Transfixion here. This thing is purely for accuracy and round stone that increases accuracy further. Okay, so lasting gifts on Feral done. Mikage. Okay. Rapid response and arcane celerity as well. We can drop arcane celerity. Who cares about that? Oh, that's 150. Fuck you. Oh, we can even leave arcane celerity and just move this mastery to here. Let's actually do that. So reset masteries. Life drinker, check. War master, check. Doesn't cast any shields. Yeah, let's do heals. Rapid response, arcane celerity, lore steel, cycle of magic, lasting gifts, master hex. Done. We are back. So that's Mikage done, and Lydia. What do we have in terms of healing? What was I thinking here? The answer is who knows. So Lydia gets the same treatment. We are getting celerity. Do we care about Lydia getting more turns and running from out her buff, from under her shields? She is kind of fast-ish anyway, so I don't think we do. Which means let's grab the same treatment as Mikage. Oh shit, she had the Eagle Eye. She had Eagle Eye and I removed that. She still has 409 accuracy. That should be perfectly fine with Feral's passive if we move to a center under team, we might need to change that, but then again, if we move to center under team, we will probably not have Lydia in the first place. So that's healing masters for her done as well. Wixwell was never low. Wixwell. Not sure why, to be honest. He's not that different build wise, but I'm not going to look the gift horse in the mouth. Let's see how this one goes. Right, I'll need to mute for a while, but I see we are not doing that bad yet. Okay, we are not wrecked yet. That's nice to see. Oh wait, we actually are. And Titus has lost his shield. Regroup. Oh, fuck your Okay, I think this should be our last attempt for going as it's with a lazy-ish team. We are not doing trials anyway, and by now we are just checking the concept. And what can we do next? What can we do next? If we throw out Mikag. Okay, we want Andrak and Senna for a shitload of turns, and we also want Yeah, Toxi runs Ramantu. Ramantu is a possibility. Unfortunately for me, I can't do 9-piece feral Ramantu. I think. Let's see how my feral accessories look like. But it doesn't look good for me. Feral accessories. What is going on? Right. Show me feral. Now show me accessories. Yeah, I still don't have a feral banner for Lizardman, so no feral for me. Yeah, this is still wild. And by the way, Titus has lost his shield. Okay. Screw this. And ooh. Okay. It's been a couple of hours. We have tried the Titus team. We have not been successful again because fuck you, Rem. I'll have to look up a straight damage Titus team so that we don't care about trials at all, and we'll try it again tomorrow or the day after. Until then, thanks for tuning in. You all can joke about skill issues. There were some, but right now we were fucked by RAM bugs, what I believe they are. So have a nice rest of your day and see you later.